Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome back to more Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm Liz. Today we're going on to the Temple of the Elk, I think. But before we get started with that, if you've been watching this series and you want to know the latest details about what's been going on, see it as you go, you've been binging it, you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like if you like it, all those good things. Also, if you want announcements and details about what's been happening on the channel, take a look at the links in the description. That is the channel Discord and the Twitter, where I post all kinds of stuff about what goes on around here. Today we are going to the Temple of the Elk, which is down over here, which is interesting because I went to the Technic League encampment. I probably should have come up here first and then gone and got Octavia, and then we could have gone there, but what evs.
My strength fades.
Yeah, okay. We took a little bit of a ways to get here. I kind of knew that we were going to get fatigued. So I changed people's stats around. She now has +7 on stealth. That's fine. Yeah, this is still fine. We changed Octavia's stats, but it's okay. She does have, like, terrible fort save, although she by default has terrible fort save. So you find Octavia gets tired quicker than most people. Even without respecking her. For us, she's still going to get tired before most people do. So we're probably going to have to rest again before we get here. I think we'll go around the river this way as long as we don't run into the fog. I don't think we'll run into the fog. Hopefully we don't run into the fog. Instead of coming down this way through the Technic encampment. Wow. Wow. Oh!
We should gather our strength.
They all got fatigued at once. Yes, we'll rest. We'll rest one more time before we get there. Maybe we'll get the hearty meal. The Temple of the Elk is actually kind of tough. There is some mean stuff there. Oh, we got the hearty meal. That's nice to see. Yeah, the Temple of the Elk is a pretty tough area. Especially on the higher difficulties. Like, I've played a lot of this game on the, what is it, challenging, the next difficulty up. The one that's much more like default Pathfinder. It gets pretty tough. I've done some hard as well, and I've seen other people do a little bit of stuff early on hard. Hard is really just like RNG, basically. Like super RNG. More RNG than XCOM. More RNG than, you know, D&D and Pathfinder normally are. Like, it is straight up. Like, you basically have to hit a 19 or a 20 to hit anything. Or you don't hit. You just miss. With everything. It is miss, 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 miss. Hit a 19 or a 20 and get lucky, or you don't hit anything.
In due time. What's that?
There is loot here. Okay, cool. Let's take a quick look at our formation. You know, this ain't bad, but let's have these two sort of shoulder to shoulder over here. And there's a primal giant frog. Let's go get it.
Here.
Sneak attack! So we did 11 and we did +5 for a sneak attack there. So that was 16 damage from that acid splash. That's pretty nice. This next fight here is actually the fight I was thinking about the most when I was thinking, like, we'll do a reach thing. Because these wolves are so huge, they take up all this door, and they sort of block it, and I'm like, I wish I could get another melee person in there. Well, what if I did a reach build on somebody? And then I ended up deciding to do it on myself. So we get the two frontliners, and we get somebody behind them who can actually reach over them as well. I love it. I like some of Lindsay's witty lines as well. Like, I'm writing you out of this story.
Serves you right.
Sneak attack! Skin collect.
I'm there.
Awesome. Anything else down in here? So we didn't really take any hits there. It looks like Amiri might have taken a hit. I don't actually know what her HP was at before anyway. But she does have damage reduction, and she didn't really take too much of a hit there. Our AC is pretty good. This is a tough area. These are actually tough fights, and there is one really hard fight at the end of it. And this next fight is kind of tough, too. But,
To victory!
we're built pretty well for fighting right now, so... Snack attack! And a 22 from us. Nice. So for fights like this, we could turn cleave off on us, Cleave doesn't do us any benefit, but it does hurt our AC. But since we're standing behind our buddies, we're not likely to need that AC anyway. And leaving Cleave on just is less likely we're going to forget to turn it on when we actually need it for an AoE fight.
I'm there.
Alright, let's get over here. This next fight we might lose somebody. And I don't mean like they'll die. It's not likely that they'll die. I mean, they might fall. On the bright side, we do get some help with it. So that's good. And we also... Where is Lindsay? Lindsay? Where you at, girl? Are you here? Are you behind? Yeah, okay, you're behind the statue. I just can't see you. Let's do some buffing. We've got Octavia. We have rested. We have enlarged person. Let's go ahead and enlarge Emiri, and let's enlarge us so that we can reach over top of everybody. Because you get more reach when you're enlarged. There you go. Let's do a bless real quick. And let's put a shield on her, although, actually, how long does that last? 1 minute per level. Okay, so that's fine. That should be enough buffing, I think.
Just letting the ink dry.
We'll do the heroic nonsense. And let's have everybody get in there.
You should.
And let's save Tristan, who's already fighting properly. Yeah, Tristan's already fighting this guy. Well, we snack attacked him. Look how far away we can swing from, though. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we ended him. We ended him quick. Harem did take nice big ol' hit there, but we ended him good. Let's do a quick heal on him. We're probably gonna rest right away.
Yes.
But still. We'll do a quick cure light wounds. Let's skin him. We get nothing. Tristan! We're giant.
Never have I been so glad to meet a stranger. Even with the power granted me by Sarenrae, I almost lost. You have my thanks. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tristian.
A local nymph directed me here. She thinks the enchanted fog in the temple was created by the druid who serves the bandit leader here. Like, do you follow any of this? I expect defeating the beast guards should cause the fog to clear.
I have never spoken to nymphs, but I believe their assessment is accurate. The creatures occupying this temple are far from ordinary animals. The power that moved them here is related to the fog. The beasts hold the fog as anchors hold a ship dancing in the waves. From what I can tell, once the beasts are defeated, the fog should begin to clear.
What now?
Praised be Sarenrae. Now, if my knowledge serves, the fog should weaken and eventually clear entirely. We need only wait. Perhaps somewhere more hospitable?
You're wounded.
You are very kind. Kindness to strangers is in short supply these days. But worry not. Sarenrae's priests are skilled in the healing arts. I can heal myself. Please wait. You saved my life. I have no treasures or relics, but I have knowledge and the divine power of a priest. Thank you.
Yeah, we welcome your
I
assistance.
hope I will be of...
So Tristan is a companion. He is sort of like the traditional sort of priest. He's a cleric, but he is a theaturge, which is sort of like or an ecclesiaturge, whatever it's called. He's sort of like the traditional sort of priest role. Unlike a cleric who is like an armored fighter who is a healer and buffer and like support caster and all these kinds of things. They are not. They cannot wear armor. You can give them armor if you give them proficiencies, but they cannot cast spells wearing armor. They have no... Where Lindsay has an ability as a bard that like negates the arcane cast inhibiting properties of armor, of light armor. Yeah, no. These guys do not. They cannot wear armor. They are just like wizards in that sense. So, while he is a great healer, it's very hard to slot him into a party, because he can't ever come under fire. If he gets shot by an arrow, he just dies. You have to treat him like a wizard in the back row, and you have to sort of build him like that. And it's very good to sort of cross-spec him into something that is able to throw some arcane crap out as well as do his awesome sauce healing. But he is going to be wisdom-based, so how do you accomplish that? Because he's a cleric, he's wisdom-based, right? You can accomplish that using something like a sorcerer, for example, the Imperial Sorcerer, for example, who is wisdom-based. So you can do some interesting things with Tristian. We're not going to play with him very much, though. We're only going to play with him when he basically makes us play with him. Because I like my clerics tanky AF. So we get a quarterstaff +1. 5 years in the depths of the forest, some remove curses, which are really good, some nuts. There's more loot over here somewhere.
In due time.
Where? There. Ooh, that's nice. And I think there's another thing of loot over here. Right here, I think. Which apparently we have to discover first. But yeah, right here. Cool.
Follow if you
I think that's
dare.
everything on this map. There might be something else that I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure we got it all. And we got Tristian, so that's good. Let's head towards the exit. And the Temple of the Elk is done. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, we took advantage of our buffs. We didn't go in willy-nilly. We did buff ourselves up. We didn't quite use every single thing we could. We could have baned him as well. Like, Bless gives you a +1 on basically everything. Well, not quite everything, but on a lot. And Bane basically gives them a -1. And they counter each other. So if you are blessed and they bane you, it'll counter your bless. If they're blessed and you bane them, it'll counter it, and so on and so forth. If they bane you, you can counter it by blessing and all that good stuff. We are heavy encumbrance, so it's going to take a long time to get back here. 2 days, 9 hours by that path. We're not going to take that path. We're going to go this way. But yeah, this is going to take a while to get back. We are going to do it. I'm going to move with heavy encumbrance, and we are going to have to rest when we get fatigued because we're going to get over encumbered otherwise. But we are going to head back home and sell all our loot.
In due time.
Okay, they do have a bandit up here that we need to
I'll
go deal
take
with
care
real
of
quick.
it.
I will take care of that.
I'm not afraid.
And you guys take care. There's probably one over here. Yeah, there we go. We one-shot them. Nice. So that's an ambush. Usually you see this one first and you go after it, then this guy runs down and kills your
I'm there.
casters. Like, kills your casters in the butt. We're heavy. Wow, yeah. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't have super-duper strength parties. Like, super-duper trooper strength parties. Although I do have a good amount of strength. Like, I have strength and Miri has strength. Valerie and Harem have some strength.
Would be nice, don't you think?
Yeah, it probably would, but I want to get
We should gather our strength.
onto the beaten path first. Okay, so we aren't over-encumbered. That's cool. Now that we're here, though, we will rest, and then we'll head on. It's going to take us a while. We're probably going to have to rest again before we get back to Oleg's, but I'm okay with that. It does use a lot of time. Like, traveling heavy does use a lot of time, don't get me wrong. But, let's do it. I might not rest. I might chance it. Once we get out of the forest, we're going to move a little quicker. A little more deliberately.
I need to catch my breath.
I don't want to get exhausted. That's the thing. If we get exhausted and we get in a fight, that's bad. Okay, she's exhausted. We're all exhausted. No. Remember, Lindsay being exhausted almost just up and dies. She almost just dies on the spot for being exhausted. She barely has enough con, or was it strength? Strength, I think. She barely has enough strength to not just up and die. Fresh bread, I can't believe it. Go rest, you deserve it. Or maybe it's because you've been charmed by my beauty. Hey, Octavia, I like the cut of your jib. Exactly. I would have never found the Technicles encampment if your beauty hadn't beckoned me. Beckoned to me is the way you would normally pronounce that. Enough sweet talk. Oh, Liz. Nice. I like it. We should not be moving this slow. I have encumbrance reduces your speed turned off. But it must be just exhausted. Must be. Oh well. So they're going to tell us about Tusk Gutter, and we're going to have to bring Amiri with us for that, but that's okay, because Amiri is still in our party at this point. We will take care of Tusk Gutter. Let's go kill Tusk Gutter. It's this big boar that's, you know,
I'm there.
obviously terrorizing the people. Oleg! Oleg, me old cock, we have stuff to sell you. Show me your wares. We will do price in descending order. We have loot to give to people as well. So we're not going to use the quarterstaff or the S-stock. This emerald is worth a lot. Arcane signet. I mean, we're honestly not going to use magic missiles, so let's sell it. The chain shirt +1 has a -1 armor check penalty, so no. Bracers of armor, yeah, we'll use those until we get the trap setter's gloves or whatever it is. Supposed to be delivered to the Stag Lord. Can we use this? We might be able to use the Stag Lord's wine, potentially, to, like, I don't know, poison him or something. Masterwork longsword we never ended up needing. These are worth a lot of money. These masterwork hand axes. Bastard sword. More longbows. Do I want to keep a masterwork longbow to give to Octavia? No, she doesn't need a bow. She is going to... Actually, will it actually help? I don't know. We're gonna review this in a second. We're gonna keep one masterwork longbow, not a composite longbow. Actually, her strength is reduced, isn't it? So no, we're not. We are absolutely not going to keep that. With reduced strength, she's going to have reduced chance of, or reduced everything with it. So never mind. We don't sell that. We do sell the lightning scroll because why? We'll keep the potions for now. We no sell chocolate. We do sell scrolls though. Hematite, recipes, cool. Gold ring, chain shirt, peridot. 3 of these. We'll keep the books. We'll sell those. This, that. That's food. Svetlana's wedding ring we need to keep. We'll sell the scale mail. We'll keep all these potions, but we're not going to carry them all with us. Ring, those, that. That's mushroom is a cooking ingredient. These are just regular light crossbows. Ooh, we don't want to sell cooking ingredients. Selling cooking ingredients can get you some money, but we're not going to do it. We'll sell the port. Berries. Jade. I wonder if port is actually a cooking ingredient. I don't really want any scrolls. We'll keep the potions, but we can't use scrolls solo, so I don't really care about them that much. Silver earrings, rapier, a bunch of stock standard heavy shields, some quartz. We'll keep the alchemist fire. Yeah, we'll keep it just in case burning hands isn't going to be enough for what we need. Get rid of all those written orders, old notes. That's milk. All of this armor, and see how dramatically the weight goes down once we get rid of that. This, a spear, shining shell, a couple daggers, and we have a belt lantern, which must have been Octavia's. Must have been. We'll give it back to her then. Okay, so 4,382. That's a deal. Do we have access to the belts and stuff yet? No, we do have the heavy shield +1. And we do have access to a single full plate. But it's not a +1, so it's a little sketch. We will get access to +1s soon. I'm still tempted, though, to buy that. It's a regular tower shield. We're going to buy the heavy shield +1. We'll be able to use this for a little while at the very least if we buy it. These are crappy chainmails, that's fine. Let's get ourselves a full plate. I'm not going to do half plates. Half plates are actually really bad. Like, half plates are so bad, in fact. Valerie, do you have heavy armor? focus yet. You don't. We are going to give you the full plate, though. That'll put you at 26. The heavy shield is going to go here. That'll put you at 21. The vast intelligence. Okay, so who is an intelligence user for us? Since we are no longer an intelligence user here, we don't get extra points for it. None of us are actually based around intelligence in this party. And nobody in my party is actually going to be centered around intelligence. So, I mean, I could give it to, like, Octavia for the hell of it, but I'd much rather give her a charisma building thing. I can give it to anybody, technically, for the hell of it. But intelligence doesn't help us that much. It doesn't give us saves. It doesn't give us, like, it. Honestly, I'm tempted just to sell this for 1,000 gold. Who am I going to use it on, since Octavia is not an int build? Like, we're not making her our magister. If we had respec Valerie to be a paladin, Valerie would have had charisma, and I would have made her our regent, and I would have made Octavia a sage sorcerer with int as her spell focus, and she absolutely would have, like, blown the crap out of things. But, and then she would have used this. But honestly, I don't think anybody needs it. Nobody's going to benefit from it. Doesn't let us get feats with it because that's enhancement. Like, it's not actually in their base stats. So, yeah, that's kind of useless. We're going to give her her lantern back, though. And we'll give her these bracers of armor for the time being as well, since she can't wear regular armor. And then if that's the case, I mean, we could technically give Heron, like, the banded mail. He'll go up to 22 then. And she's at 26, and we're at 16 using our banded mail. So our armor is a lot lower because we don't have the shield, we don't have any armor specs, we don't have all kinds of fancy heavy-duty stuff on. But eventually we'll get it. Okay, that works for me. I think we're actually going to sell this headband. I don't see me using it. And then with that done, is that everything we need to sell? Light crossbow, longsword for some reason. Cool. Deal. That's another 1,000. I don't think I want any of this stuff right now. We can wait and get like +1s and stuff like that. We don't need to waste our money on masterwork stuff. Cool. Let's go talk to Svetlana, and then we're going to rest. Unfortunately, we could not save that girl for you. I found your ring. Cressel, the bandit woman who had it, tried to kill me and died in the fight. I suppose I should tell you the truth about her. That wasn't her real name. Her real name was Irina before all of this. She was the daughter of my mother and her second husband, my half-sister. I can't help feel like everything that happened to her was my fault. She had a wildness to her. She wandered the streets, hanging out with a bad crowd until the day she passed. Mother complained about Irina constantly. Back then it was just cruel games and strange escapades. She never really hurt anyone back in Rostov. Alright, so she fell in with the Stag Lord's people. We get experience, we give her the ring. We get 10 camping supplies and rations. Well, we're going to be chesting that right away, that's for sure. That's way too heavy for us. Maybe we'll use those when we go to the old Sycamore, but I don't know how soon that's going to be, and I definitely don't want to be carrying them around until then. Octavia and Rhaegongar camp out up here. We're so slow! Yeah, so let's dump this. We're going to keep the Curse and Blindness because those are important. But let's dump all these relics. We don't need to carry relics with us. We don't need to carry food supplies. I honestly don't want to carry these recipes with me either. No, I don't. We'll get rid of those as well. Vanish, Shield of Faith, Reduce Person, Mage Armor, Enlarge Person, Meats, Lots of cooking supplies. We'll keep those, the alchemist fire and the acid potions. Okay, that's what we're going to keep. Price in descending order. We're at minus 28.5 pounds, which is good. 176 of them in our chest. So now we're very light. We're actually so light that we're like negative weight. It's fantastico. That relieved both the fatigue and the exhausted, which is great. So let's head out. Oh, before we do, is everybody relieved? Yeah, everybody is good. All right, so it's clearly nighttime, but cool. So next big objective. Let's take a look here. We have our first steps on the way to glory. Blah 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 blah. That's all done. Svetlana's ring is done. Fang berries and moon radishes. We could take care of the fang berries now. Moon radishes. Find the temple of the elk. We need to talk to Jihad. Hey, Jihad!
How may I serve you?
I found the temple of the elk.
Be praised, you finally returned, my... As far as I know, your next target looks to be the Stag Lord himself. With the temple of the elk cleansed of evil, the fog surrounding us should disperse to reveal the path to the brute's lair. Of course, magic so powerful is unlikely to disappear all at once. Bide your time. Follow up on other concerns while you wait. I will gladly aid you on your noble quest. Erastil himself foresaw our meeting.
Do you know the true meaning of your
I
visions
trust
now?
in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you, and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well.
So Jihad is sort of like a priest of Erastil, and Tristan is a priest of Sarenrae, and they're very butt buddy. Let's imagine when I see these two, I imagine the Iliad, right? And I imagine one of them is Achilles, and one of them is Achilles. What the hell is his name? The guy that Achilles is basically totally like in love with, and it's like total, not even bromance. Like it's just straight up like dude romance. Who ends up dying because he puts on his armor and fights again. Yeah, and ends up dying like when people think he's him. This is what I imagine these two are. Like they are just like so deep up each other. Yeah.
Tristan is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Tristan and for you. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the stag god lead you down the true path.
That's
as
enough
you
for
wish.
now. We may speak again later. Farewell. And we leveled up from that too, which is cool. Cool! Okay, we're going to figure out what we're going to do next still. We have Tusk Gutter to go to, Moon Rashes and Fang Berry, so that's okay. We can go do Tusk Gutter. Prove your worth, that's kill Tusk Gutter again. So we do that for Amiri, we also do it here. That'll get 2 of these things off of our list. And then we have kill the Stag Lord, speak to Nettle, so that's part of the Stag Lord. That's Stolen Land, 76 days. And a Bitter Rival, which means we have to go to the Old Sycamore. So we have Tusk Gutter and the Old Sycamore, and then the Stag Lord. That's what's left. So, next time we will go to... I can't look at a world map from here. Okay, anyway. Next time we will go to... we'll go do Tusk Gutter, and then we're going to head to the Old Sycamore. But before we get to next time, let's do some leveling up, because we can level the crap out of stuff now. We have penalties still. Why? Banded mail. That's right. Right. Never mind. I'm an idiot. So yeah, we're taking one more level of fighter. That'll be level 3. That'll give us overhand chop. And then we're going to go into rogue thug so that we can get our sneak attacks, I think. So let's do this one level of fighter. We're going to get our points here. That'll be athletics, knowledge, world, nature, persuasion. Very good. Next, we're going to get a feat, which is going to be cleaving finish. So cleave, as a standard action, you can make a single attack with your full base attack bonus against a foe within reach. If you hit, you deal damage. If you hit, deal damage normally, but we have power strike on, so we're adding extra damage. And you can make an additional attack using your full base attack bonus against a foe that is adjacent to the first and also within reach. I've got a reach weapon. People are always in reach of us. You can only make one additional attack per round with this feat. So you can only hit 2 guys, and you take a -2 penalty to armor. With cleaving finish, if you make a melee attack and your target drops to 0 or fewer hit points as a result of your attack, you can make another melee attack using your highest base attack bonus against another opponent within reach. You can make only 1 extra attack per round with this feat. Cleaving finish lets us hit another thing. And it's just good. It's just good. Like, if we kill them. So cleave, if we hit them, we get to make our other attack. Cleaving finish, if we kill them, we get to make another attack, which is cool. And then there's also Great Cleave, which we have access to already. And this lets us continue making attacks. Great Cleave is really good. We'll take Cleaving Finish first, though, and then Great Cleave will come next. It's going to be a little bit of time before we get to that. We're going to be taking all of the cleaves, though. Every cleave, all of it, will be ours. Nice. We're also up to 28 HP, which is getting there. I mean, Valerie's a level below us and has 25. He's got 21. She's got 25. And they're a level below us at the moment, but that's okay. Octavia, she needs some HP. She is going to take another rank of Sorcerer this level. And that'll be Mobility, Trickery, and Knowledge Arcana for her. And she's going to get a feat, which is going to be Precise Shot. Again, we're taking Accomplished Sneak Attacker at level 5. That's going to get us the 2 sneak attack dice that we need in order to spec into Arcane Trickster. But for now, we're taking Precise Shot so that we remove the -4 penalty of basically casting spells at anybody. And that's it for her. Goes up to 16 HP. She does not gain very much. Her con bonus is actually -1. Wow. Yeah, that's right. That's right. HP per level is not going to be much. Valerie, you are going to get yourself another rank in Fighter, which is Tower Shield Specialist. This gives us access to armor training and Tower Shield training, so our dex penalty is going to go away now. Like, this is the shit we want. Athletics, Lore Nature, very good. And then her feat, not point blank shot, that's for sure. So she has toughness, shield focus, armor focus on heavy armor, weapon focus, so she can actually swing a little bit. She already has the shield and armor focus and toughness. Point blank shot, armor focus. No, we don't need another of them. Combat reflexes, attacks of opportunity. Those are cool and all. Die Hard, she just doesn't go down. Dodge is just +1 AC, which is really good. Endurance is going to help our fortitude. Just fortitude helps our fortitude. Lightning reflexes is good. Missile shield, that's what I want, right? Pretty sure missile shield is what I want. But let's just take a quick peek through all of this stuff. Weapon finesse, arcane armor, combat armor, deadly aim, defensive combat training. It's interesting that that's blocked out. Well, not blocked, but not recommended. Shield bash, not recommended, of course. Spell pen, weapon focus. Okay, yeah. So I'm thinking missile shield is what we're taking here. The other alternative we could take is just dodge, just to get more AC. Missile shield, though, is really good. You must be using a shield to use this feat once per round when you normally be hit with an attack from a ranged weapon, not including spell effects, natural attacks, or massive ranged weapons. You may deflect it and take no damage, as if you had the deflect arrows feat. You must be aware of the attack and not flat-footed. I mean, it's really good. Dodge is also good for it. We're going to take dodge. Let's just do it. We'll take dodge. The other thing that's really good is like lightning reflexes. really good for us as well. Or we can start going into something like blind fight, which is really important, or group, like teamwork things. But no, we'll just take dodge at this rank. So our AC is going to go up dramatically. Yeah, we're going up a lot because our dexterity bonus is going to +4 now. We've removed all of that dexterity penalty. It's at +4. We still have tower shield and armor penalties on our checks here, which are quite negative at the moment as a result of that. But we'll relieve a lot of those as well by getting further training in this stuff. So taking athletics is not a waste. We can also take the armor off and the shield off. We're also going to remove penalties because of the tower shield once we get the tower shield specialist thing. Like we've got the ability to gain a lot more on her. Lindsay. Lindsay is taking Bard again. Next. 5 points. That'll be mobility, trickery, stealth, knowledge, world, and use magic device. It's good to have people who can use magic devices. And usually a couple of them just in case. Next. So lingering performance, weapon focus. What do I have? I've got point blank shot, and we got, with this combat trick, we got precise shot already, right? Yeah, we did. So we could go weapon focus on our light crossbow. We will be using light crossbow. That'll let us hit. Or we could do lingering performance or extra performances. Cautious fighter, no thanks. Combat casting, combat expertise, no. Deadly aim, I mean technically. Endurance could actually be really good for her. For these people who wear light armor and stuff like that, endurance could be really good. They can sleep in their armor. They get +4 fortitude against exhaustion. That could be really good. Extra performance is always good. Lightning reflexes is cool, especially for people at range. Shake it off, shield focus, skill focus, spell focus, stealthy, toughness, intimidating, prowess, no. Shield passion, no. Weapon finesse, no. Okay, so I'm thinking, honestly, we take our weapon focus on light crossbow. It's basically what we're always going to be using on Lindsay. She's never going to get anything other than a light crossbow because light crossbows, like bows of all types, short bows and long bows, take a penalty to damage. They go from they take a die reduction, so from a D8 to a D6 or from a D6 to a D4 by having low strength, and they take a penalty to damage for being small in stature as well. So we don't want to use bows ever with Lindsay. We're going to be using crossbows, and we're going to use the light crossbow. So yeah, we'll take the weapon focus. So she's got sleep, cure light wounds, remove fear. We get another level 1 spell, cause fear, ear piercing scream. Again, it's capable of putting some damage up. Gracelessness, vanish is cool. I mean, we'll take ear piercing scream. Yeah. We'll do it. We'll take something that gives her the ability to do a little bit of damage. Why not? Cool. And she gets 5 casts of level 1 spells now as well, which is awesome sauce. And look at her abilities. They're just buffed all across the board. Because again, a bard in general is just buffed across the board. Also, Harem. Harem is going to be a cleric. Clerics on the bright side, we almost never have to do anything to level them up. He's just going to get himself some perception. He's going to get lore religion at the next level. Okay, we do have to pick a feat. He has armor proficiency. We are not going to get him like extra channeling and all that stuff yet. We're going to build up his combat abilities first. Specifically his like defensive abilities. No spell focus either. So he is going to go, he has his armor proficiency. We're going to get him his armor focus now with heavy armor. And we're going to get him his shield focus as well very soon. I'm actually tempted just to give him toughness too, to give him that extra HP. But he like clerics have access to so few feats compared to crusaders and compared to everything else. So we're gonna. Oh, do I need selective channeling? Next level, like at level 5, we might need selective channeling. I don't have access to enough channeling to really use it right now. So yeah, we'll do this. 4 casts at level 1, 3 casts at level 2, nothing at level 3. Cool. So let's take a quick look at his spellbook then. So these are his level 1 spells, his level 2 spells that he now has access to. Protection from law, communal, or bone shaker. We'll take bone shaker. Blessing of courage and life. Bull strength is pretty important early in the game. Bull strength becomes useless once you get belts that give you more than 4 bonus, because it's the same type of bonus that belts give you. So you end up not really getting much out of it, but it's still good for now. Find traps, alignment, restoration is really good. Hold person, summon monster, effortless armor, splendor. Cure moderate wounds there's no reason to take because we're a cleric. We can convert spells into it. There's no reason to take it right now. Arrow of Law, aid. So I feel like we take 2 bull strength at this point. And we'll work something else out later. Also, does Lindsay... No, Lindsay... Right, Lindsay is a spontaneous caster. She doesn't need to prepare anything. She's totally fine. Okay, cool. And then we need to look at Amiri. Of course, we should have done this. We should rest after this, because we don't get these refunded to us until we rest, but whatever. We're still going to move out without resting. Barbarian. This is going to get us extreme endurance. So we're going to get some extra resistances. Athletics, lore, nature, perception. Awesome. She has weapon focus and power attack. We could start giving her cleave. We could give her armor focus into medium armor. We're not going to give her heavy armor because she has some dex, right? Blind fight, bull rush, cleave. Yeah, we could start giving her cleave. Dodge. She doesn't have toughness yet. Okay, so toughness is actually really good for a barbarian. Honestly, I think we give her toughness. She, again, doesn't get a ridiculous amount of feats, but it's going to be enough. She doesn't need shield specs and all those kinds of things, so we're going to give her toughness. Yeah, let's do it. Just making her a little bit more rounded. Only 38 HP with toughness, but it's better than Valerie, who's got 34 and 30 here and 28 over. Yeah, so it's pretty solid. And we're not going to level up Ragongar because I'm not going to use him right now, and he's not going to serve as our general, and he's not going to serve probably in his other potential posts. We probably never really need to level him up at all. Okay, so... with that, I think we're going to call it quits for this episode, guys. This was what we do. We did the Temple of the Elk in this episode, and then we came home, and we sold some stuff, and we did our level ups. Next time, we're going to go after Tusk Gutter, and we might do the Fangberry Cave as well, or maybe we'll go start working on the Sycamore. I don't know. But that's going to be it for this time. Thank you for tuning in. I've been Liz. This has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. Bye-bye.